Now an update to a story we've been following for more than a year now. A West Michigan mom who lost 3 of her kids in a deadly apartment fire will be able to keep custody of her only surviving child. The ruling came down from a judge in Kalamazoo County yesterday after more than a year of court hearings. The decision to let Janetta Woods keep custody of her 6-year-old daughter, Dreana, comes after the county prosecutor filed a petition to have her parental rights terminated. Investigators say Dreana and 3 of her siblings were home alone at the Interfaith Apartments when a fire broke out last year. She said her boyfriend was supposed to be watching the kids. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter but wasn't convicted. Both were eventually found guilty of child neglect in the case, but neither served any time. Well, it's a story so strange you won't believe it's real. A skateboarder causes a horse-drawn carriage to race out of control on the streets of Holland, and there was a family inside that carriage. But it's not so funny when you find out that 2 people were hurt. Here's how it happened. Again, hard to believe. The horse was pulling a couple and their 3-year-old daughter near 8th Street and Central Avenue around 8:30 yesterday. Everything was going fine until a guy on a skateboard went by and fell. That scared the horse, and the horse bolted. The driver of the carriage tried to stop the horse and got a little banged up. The horse and carriage then went to Central Avenue and 10th Street, where the carriage hit a parked car and broke free from the horse. Cops and a few other people grabbed hold of that carriage. Luckily, the people inside were not hurt, but an older lady did have to go to the hospital after being knocked down by the horse. She should be okay. For more on this story, go to our homepage, fox17online.com. You'll learn who police want to talk to. Staying with that Independence Day theme, you may like lighting them off. Your neighbors might like lighting them off, but not everybody enjoys the amateur fireworks shows going off likely in a neighborhood near you. Now, there's a petition that asks Governor Rick Snyder to make some fireworks illegal. You might remember a law was signed back in 2011 that allows Michiganders to buy and use fireworks that shoot into the air. The idea was that Michigan should get its share of the money that was going to other states where those fireworks were sold, but now some people say they make too much noise and they're dangerous. This online petition can be found at moveon.org. Just type in the keyword Michigan. It's almost reached its goal of 7,500 signatures. A bomb threat called into Spartan Stadium in East Lansing on Wednesday turned out to be a hoax. Now, the people who made that call are set to be charged in court. The threat was received by MSU's Police Dispatch Center, and an alert about that threat was released just before 4 yesterday. Now, there are offices in Spartan Stadium, and everybody was cleared out while crews investigated the scene. It was eventually determined to be a false alarm, and the stadium was reopened. Nobody was hurt. After Granville's 4th of July parade, that parade starts at 11 a.m. And many, many years ago, I won 2nd or 3rd prize in a rubber duck dash.
Yeah, and what was the prize?
It was a gift certificate to a jewelry store, and I bought a gold chain.
I still own said chain?
No, this was 1991, or it was a while ago, but I won.
That's fantastic to win,
I bought it from like a sorority girl or something, so I didn't have any thoughts of winning. I just
Did you name your duck in the race? Did you have a name for the duck?
No, my cat is named Kitty. I don't think I'd be very good at naming the falcon or the duck.
That's great.
In other news, the city of Grand Rapids knows who their new police chief is going to be. The search began when Chief Kevin Belk announced he was stepping down earlier this year. Eventually, the pool was narrowed to 4 candidates, and it was Chief David Rahinsky who got the job yesterday. He currently is police chief for the city of Franklin, Tennessee. Grand Rapids City Manager Greg Sundstrom says when Rahinsky came to GR, he made it clear he was the man for the job. So that really teaches the kids about the pressure of the game. Okay, guys, let's just start firing away now. We won't go one at a time.
I want to see someone beat Tim. Let's go.
It's normally pretty easy because there's nothing on the line here. And there it is.
There it is.
I'm swinging very
You're
freely
on your way to
here.
Augusta.
Now, what is a good way to get the kids involved with the game? Obviously, that's what this is designed to do with the USGA and Augusta National and everything, but it's the question. You're talking $20 or so to go to a movie for 1 ticket?
Now, if Netflix comes out with something like that, sold.
That's where you just have your husband sit behind you on the couch and shake it and splash water on you.
Exactly.
All right, we will hopefully show some of those crowds. I got to show Barn Cat, Troy. Let everybody see, you know, I'm a big fan of the farm and the Barn Cat. So, Oh, we got a couple of them up there, one above the berry sign and the other on the ground. Mike and Sarah, if anybody wants more information on the You Pick Strawberries, just go to fox17online.com and you can check out the link right there. It's not the only health alert we have for you this morning. The Centers for Disease Control is issuing a warning about a mosquito disease called chikungunya. It's already in the Caribbean and is slowly making its way to the U.S. In fact, 2 people from Michigan were infected while vacationing in the islands. Right now, they've not spread the disease to anybody else, and the health experts don't think that the mosquito itself that carries it is here. Doctors are urging anyone who's planning to travel internationally to protect themselves from mosquitoes. The most common symptoms of chikungunya include fever and joint pain. And we have more breaking news this morning out of Allegan County, where a police chase ended with a fatal crash at the intersection of Bass Road and Patterson Road. That information coming from deputies. Investigators say the driver they were chasing failed to stop and slammed into a second car. Deputies say the driver who was hit died at the scene. The driver they were chasing was thrown from his vehicle, and his injuries are not known at this time. Again, we'll stay with the story and keep you updated.